Morning. We'll just start with this. It's just, I couldn't sleep well last night. I'm sure a lot of you are the same. I took ages to go to my bed just in case it happened and Talksport on, just in case this clown shoe get fired, man. When he came in, I didn't even consider him. I saw his name come because his name's kicked about for a while with jobs and stuff like that. Who? Russell Martin? Somebody said he used to play for us. And I'm like, what? So I had to Google him. All right, 8 games. And to be fair, when he did his joining interview, he said, look, he kind of said that it wasn't a good time here. Well then, but it's the whole world is now commenting on Russell Martin. You saw it, the American coverage of the game. Talksport whipped into him. Ali's been diplomatic, but when Ali talks, he has got to be diplomatic. He knows how with him being who his position is at the club, there's got to be a tiny bit of decorum. But we know what he's saying. He's ripped his soul out of Ibrox and Rangers fans. You know, that game last night, the previous Thursday night Rangers, we were winning that 2-3-0, and Ibrox is hard to get a ticket. Ibrox will be shaking, the commentators will be passing comments about how it's one of the best atmospheres in football and all that stuff, the nice stuff. Last night, the commentator, what's her name, the lassie, said, look, we're normally standing here at the side of the pitch and the ground shaking. He said, it's nothing. You know, and it was at 39,000, so call it 40,000 Ibrox. That's still a noisy stadium when it wants to be. I don't like saying things like this, but it's like when your dog's ill and you know you need to do what you need to do. It's not easy, but you've got to do it. I even think Russell Martin himself would be quite happy to get sacked. And I tell you what, somebody said something on Twitter this morning. I can't remember who it was, and it was right. See if there was a game on Saturday. Forget the situation we're in. Say Rangers were doing all right. Gio, Pedro, Paul Le Guen could all walk into, even to the extent Michael Beale could all walk into the Loudon and get pats in the back. 20 years' time, Russell Martin could never do that. He will never ever be welcome at Ibrox again. And that's a terrible thing. That's not a nice thing to say because that's not what we're about. Once he goes, never ever come back. The managers I mentioned there, all left with dignity. When they talk to the media, Pedro was a bit scatty, but that's just, the Latin thing with them. But they can all walk back into Ibrox and get a pat in the back. Clement was there recently, wasn't it, for the Brugge game? And I don't think he had any abuse, this guy, and his arrogance. It's not that's not how a Rangers manager conducts himself. I've got no issue with a Rangers manager wearing a tracksuit if he wants. I know I'm on a minority there, but in this day and age, it doesn't bother me. But see what he said about not wearing a suit. That still bugs the life out of me. And it says a lot about his arrogant mindset. He says, I tried wearing a suit twice, but I was sweaty underneath. So what? You tough. You get on with it. Then he stands beside at the edge of the pitch, looking as if he's out in the pool. You know what I mean? I can't second guess the Americans. I can't. There's no vote of confidence from the boardroom, but they come on to grips, man. They've got to see this isn't working. And there isn't a Rangers fan out there that will hold it against them if they get rid of him now. There isn't one of us. We'll all go, okay, we realise, you made a mistake. That's fine. You make mistakes. That's why you're in the position you're in. And the thing is, I've said this in a previous chat, I don't want to turn on the Americans that turn on the owners, and I tell you what, that's probably what's going to happen soon as well. Because they've made us financially stable for forevermore. The last thing we want to do is chase them away. They won't run away though. They won't. They're not like that. But I don't want them getting abuse. Mr. Kavanagh's been in the town. I don't know. I think I assume he flies back today, or maybe even have flown back to America last night. I don't know. He was seen at Ibrox shaking hands with people and all that. Not mixing. Well, he wasn't shying back from interacting with the fans. And he'll have heard stuff in the stands last night. He'll have heard the shouts, Martin out, blah, blah, blah. He'll have watched the football as well as his executive and we can't. Like, and Martin's using this, and I said at the time, and we all knew, not just me, everyone knew he would do this, as a sending off as an excuse. We could have been 3-0 down by then. But there's no shape to the team. We get carved open all the time. That's the thing. He was saying in an interview that we didn't get carved open. Mate, we sat and watched it. We get carved open easily. And here's the thing, when the draw comes through that we've got Celtic in the semi-final, we can beat them. Really? At hand, and that can be 5-0 to them. You know what I mean? We need a new manager today. I mean, I've said for a while in the posts on the board, replies to you guys that he's not going to, not that he's not going anywhere because I don't want to go nowhere. It's just we can't second guess Americans, but I think they've even got to listen to people that maybe we don't know. Guys, other American owners or friends that they've got that are Rangers fans, and say, listen, because I noticed the chat was there from Dubai as well. I think he's English, isn't he? I think he's a financer. I think he was the first point of contact with Paul Murray. Paul Murray contacted him first, then he went to the 49ers. I noticed if it's the same guy, I might have got this wrong. Remember, they kept focusing on a guy just staring down at the crowd afterwards. I think that was him. It might not be. It'll probably turn out to be a Brugge owner, but it's just he needs to go today. There's no. It's just he's ripping his soul out is all, and it's like we've suffered for years. We've suffered for 14 years now. I'm just off the phone with my wee girl, my youngest, Kate. She's 17. The last time Rangers had any power, she was 2-year-old. You know what I mean? And I see what we've gone through in life. Nothing bad in life, just my young girl's grown up. I'm now a grandfather. It's not through my youngest, like my eldest, but and you're like, where does this end? I know financially off the part we're set. That's great, and that's from what we've been through. That's just as important as anything. But we want to win full matches. This stuff about possession, all that's old hat now. I mean, even City have changed. Pep's changed. If you watch that Arsenal game at the weekend, there's none of this tippy-tappy stuff, and there was only a few teams can do it as well. This guy, man, I don't want to say I hate someone. I don't. It's not nice that there's only one person I hate, and one or two people know why, but I can't stand this guy, the arrogance in his interviews. And it's almost as if it's, I know I'm not getting sacked, I can do what I want. It's as if Andrew Cavan is his dad and he goes, I can't get the sack. You know what I mean? But this guy's embarrassing me and you now. He's embarrassing Rangers in a very public and global way. And he's getting torn apart by everyone. I saw a few TikToks as well, and it's guys that have got nothing to do with it. They're just football people. It's those ones that get dead angry, so as they can get likes, which is fine. But one guy produced stats from every club he's managed, and they were the top, either number one or number two in the league for possession. But they were mid-table, or Southampton were fourth and got up. But it's just. It's like an arms out situation. You're like, what can we do? You know what I mean? I don't know what to say, man. I mean, this is 8 minutes now, so not many will have got this far, but let's just do something, Rangers. I just sack this person. It's not a nice feeling. There's managers out there who'll take the job. I'm even a fan of bringing Billy Dodds, Alan McGregor back in the interim till we get somebody, for fuck's sake, Rangers do something. Cheers.